Hello students, how are you? Okay, in my last class, okay, I have discussed about these two topics. Okay, last class में मैंने क्या डिस्कस किया था? देखो ये average rate of reaction and what? And about this is what? Instantaneous rate of reaction. Okay, in my last class I have discussed about these two topics, average rate of reaction and what? And instantaneous rate of reaction. And I have told you that this instantaneous rate of reaction is more preferred than what? Than average rate of reaction, because here you can calculate the rate of reaction, okay, at any instant of time, okay, but here this is not possible. So please generally this time is generally frequently used in chemical kinetics chapter. ये ज़्यादा use होता है instantaneous rate of reaction. Now before start of this new classes, okay, I am going to do some numericals, small numericals, okay. After that I will begin new topic, okay. Now let's see what are these numericals. Numericals को देख लो तुम लोग. To do this numericals ना, please see my previous classes. Previous class देख लेना, तभी तुमको numericals समझ में आ जाएगा. नहीं तो हाँ, तुमको समझ में नहीं आएगा ये numericals. ओके, देखो fast, now let's see. I am going to give you a reaction, okay. You have to express the rate of the reaction in terms of what? In terms of different reactant set one and products. And मैंने क्लास में बोला था rate of reaction can be expressed in terms of reactants or what? Or in terms of product. Okay. Now let's see what is this reaction. Reaction को देख लो पहले. This is the reaction. Okay. Now let's see the name of this compound. Compound के देखो. This is hypofluorous acid. इसको ना hypofluorous acid बोलते हैं. देख लो, नाम देख लो. Hypofluorous acid. And you already know this is what? This is hydrogen fluoride. Now I am going to express the rate of the reaction in terms of what? In terms of reactants and products. Okay. ऐसे लिख लेना. Rate लिखना, rate. Now let's see, this is reactant, obviously minus sign will come. This will be 2, this will be how much? This will be 1 by 2. Next will be what? D. Now let's see, I have used this symbol, small d. Means what? This means what? Small sense means used for instantaneous rate. Okay. Now this will be how much? This will be HOF by how much? By dt. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. Last class देख लेना तुम लोग. Equal to next one. This is product, so plus sign will become. Here plus sign will become. Now this is plus. Plus नहीं लिखने से हो जाता है. Okay. Now this is what? 1 by 2. This will be how much? DHF by dt. Next equal to how much? Next equal to d what? D. This is also product. This will be what? DO2 by dt. Clear? Okay. Now let's say rate is expressed in terms of what? In terms of reactant, also in terms of what? Products. Okay. Now a formula दिया था ना for a reaction of the type. हाँ, ये formula देखना, last class में देखना. For a reaction of the type small a. Now let's see. Rate will be how much? Rate कितना था? Rate will be minus 1 by a, d how much? dA by how much? By dt equal to minus what? Minus 1 by b, d how much? dB by dt. Next 1 by c, dC by dt. This is what? 1 by d, dd by dt. Now let's see, I have used this concept, okay, to this, okay. ये देख लेना last class में था, okay, clear? समझ में आया तुम लोग को? Now देखो, now I'm going to do some MCQ, multiple choice question. Students, okay, generally in exam, okay, 2 or 3 MCQ will come in final exam. बोर्ड एग्जाम में आजकल क्या होता है 2-3 MCQ आ जाता है, पहले नहीं था, आजकल आता है 2 और 3 ऐसा MCQ आ जाता है, okay. So now let's see, हाँ, what are this MCQ? मैं 2-3 कर देता हूँ, okay. एग्जाम में तो श्योर आएगा MCQ, okay. लास्ट ईयर में भी आया था, उसके आगे भी आया था, तो पेपर देख लेना, पेपर, okay, फाइनल ईयर का बोर्ड का पेपर देख लेना. MCQ, now let's see, multiple choice question, number 1, okay. Now let's see, for the reaction, okay, if, okay, now let's see, for this reaction, rate of, now let's see, here let's see, this is what, this is product, okay, rate of appearance of ammonia has been given, this is the value of the rate of appearance of ammonia. Ammonia का value इतना है 2 into 10 to minus 3 mol liter inverse second inverse. You already know this is the unit of rate of reaction, मैंने सिखाया था तुम लोग को. Now, okay, so you are going to calculate the रेट ऑफ डिसअपियरेंस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन. हाइड्रोजन का वैल्यू कितना होगा, ये न्यूमेरिकल्स पहले क्लास में भी किया था, बहुत सारे किया था, 2-3 तो मैंने किया था श्योर. हाँ, इसका वैल्यू इतना है, इसका रेट ऑफ डिसअपियरेंस कितना होगा, ओके. नाउ दिस आर द, सपोज दिस आर द ऑप्शन, ऑप्शन देख लो तुम लोग. हाँ, दिस आर द ऑप्शन, सपोज दिस इज नंबर ए ऑप्शन, दिस इज 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 mol liter inverse second inverse. Now B, this is the B option, suppose this is 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 mol liter inverse second inverse, okay. Now this is suppose 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 mol liter inverse second inverse. Suppose this is D, 6 into 10 to the power minus 5 mol liter inverse second inverse, okay. So out of this which one will be the correct answer? ना देखो कैसे करते हैं, देख लो, तुम लोग जानते हो ना, मैंने लास्ट क्लास में सिखाया था. रिएक्शन इज दिस वन, सॉल्यूशन reaction is this is N2 plus what, 3H2, it will gives what, it will gives it ammonia, okay, finish. Now for this reaction rate will be how much, rate कितना होगा, this is what, minus dN2 by dt. Next this will be how much, minus 1/3 dH2 by dt. Next this will be how much, 1/2 d what, dNS3 by dt. तुम लोग देख लो. हाँ, प्लीज सी द रेट ऑफ द रिएक्शन, ओके. दिस विल बी हाउ मच, माइनस दिस इज रिएक्टेंट, दिस इज माइनस, दिस इज फॉर रिएक्टेंट, दिस व्हाट, प्लस फॉर अपीयरेंस ऑफ NS3. ना किसका वैल्यू दिया है तुम लोग देख लो, वैल्यू किसका दिया है, वैल्यू तो इसका दिया गया ना, एमोनिया का, इसका पार्ट दिया है ना, देखो गिवन, ओके. व्हाट द वैल्यू ऑफ रेट ऑफ अपीयरेंस ऑफ एमोनिया, वैल्यू कितना है, dNS3, ओके, dNS3 by dt. इसका तो वैल्यू कितना है देख लो, 2 into how much, 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 mol what, mol liter inverse second inverse. इसका वैल्यू इतना है. तो हाँ, you are going to calculate the value of disappearance of hydrogen. इसका कितना होगा देखो, इसका just compare this with this, okay. now देखो, therefore dH2 by dt कितना होगा, this, okay, this is minus for reactant, this 3 will go here, ये तो ऊपर जाएगा ना. so this will be how much, this will be 3/2, next one into dNS3, okay, by how much, by dt. Clear? समझ में आ रहा है? देखो. After that, okay, this will be how much? 3/2 into what the value of rate of appearance of ammonia? Value कितना था? This is the value. 2 into how much? 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Just put this value. Value को put कर देना तुम लोग. 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is small liter inverse second inverse. After that, this will be cancelled. Remaining is what? 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 mol liter inverse second inverse. Now देख लो. This is the rate of disappearance of hydrogen. हाँ, hydrogen का value ये है. This is the value. Okay. So out of 4 options, which one will be correct? So obviously this one 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 mol liter inverse second inverse. समझ में आ रहा है तुम लोग को? मैं और थोड़ा रिपीट कर देता हूँ. For this reaction, rate of appearance of hydrogen is this one. You are going to calculate the rate of disappearance of hydrogen. Hydrogen का disappearance का rate कितना होगा? First write down the reaction. Rate लिख लेना. Okay. Now value of d NH3 by dt का value ये है. देखो ये. After that इसका कितना होगा? This 3 will go here. ये तो ऊपर ही जाएगा ना. देखो. This part. So 3 to ऊपर जाएगा. 3/2 into how? d NH3 by dt. Just put this value. So after solving you will get this answer. समझ में आ रहा है तुम लोग को? Okay. Now let's see. Next comes to another numerical. और एक कर देते हैं. देख लो. This is number 1 और 2 देख लो. Okay, now let's see. Suppose the rate of a reaction is expressed in different ways. एक reaction का ना rate suppose ऐसे express करता है. Okay. So reaction will be how much? The reaction is, now देख लो. Reaction क्या होगा? देखो. The reaction is suppose number A option. This is the number A option. Okay, now let's see. For this, in this question, rate has been given. तुमको ना reaction निकालना पड़ेगा. Out of this, which one is the correct? Which is the correct reaction? हाँ, whose rate is this one? यहाँ पर ना कौन सा reaction correct होगा जिसका rate ऐसा होना चाहिए. First of all, now let's see. First of all, please see the reactant. पहले reactant को देख लो. Now let's see. This minus means here what concentration decreases. So obviously A will be reactant. ये तो reactant ही होगा ना. Now this will be reactant. So this will be how much? This will be 3A. The reaction is this one. Okay. The reaction is this one, 3A. After that what? After that now let's say another reactant. This is obviously reactant. Minus sign is there. So this will be how much? 3A plus 2B. Now let's say beside this A and B there are no reactant. और reactant नहीं है. Now let's say product को देख लो. ये तो obviously product होगा ना. Plus sign is there. Okay. Concentration increases. So this will be how much? This will be 7 how much? 7C. Now after that another product is this one. There this will be how much? This will be 4 how much? 4D. So which is the correct answer? Now let's say 3A plus 2B, arrow sin 7C plus 4D. Obviously this is the correct answer. Clear? Okay, now again I repeat. First see the red very carefully. After that find out which one is reactant and which one is product. पहले reactant को देखना, उसके बाद product को देखना. Now let's see. This minus sign obviously this will be reactant ना, तो लिखना देखो 3A. After that and now let's see और reactant है कि नहीं, और भी एक reactant है. This is B. So this will be how much? 2B. और reactant तो नहीं है, तो उसके बाद please go to products. Products की तरफ जाना तुम लोग. This will be what? This will be obviously product. Plus sign is there. This is 7C. Another is what? Another is this is the products 4D. So this is the correct answer. समझ में आ रहा है तुम लोग को? Now let's see another MCQ. This is number 3. Okay, now let's see. In the reaction, now let's see the reaction. Okay. Now let's see, this is the reaction. Okay, the name of this ion, हाँ इस ion को देखो, इस ion को क्या बोलते हैं देखो, this is bromate ion. Ion को नाम देख लो, bromate ion. Okay, this is bromine. You already know this is bromine. Okay, oh, this is bromide ion. Okay, now let's see, this is bromide ion. This is bromide ion. This is Br minus means bromide, but this is bromine. This is water. This is hydrogen ion. Again I repeat. This the name of this ion is bromate ion. This is bromate. This is bromide. Okay, पूरा देखना reaction को. Okay, this is bromine. Okay, now let's see. Balance कर लेना 3, 5, 6. Now let's see. Okay, one reaction is there na. After that, now let's see in the reaction. Now let's see the option very carefully. Option को देख लेना पहले. हाँ, this is number 1 option. This is the second option. This is third option. Okay. The fourth option. Okay, now let's see. For this reaction, the rate of appearance of bromine, हाँ, इसको mark कर लेना. The rate of appearance of bromine is related to what? Related to the rate of appearance of bromide ion. Okay. Now is what is the relation between? Let's see. What is the relationship between rate of appearance of bromine and what? Rate of appearance of bromine and bromide ions. Okay. 4 options have been given. Okay. Now let's see. In this question, bromine is which one? Bromine is this one. Okay. And bromide ion is what? Which one? Bromide ion is this one. Now let's see. Okay. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दिस टू पार्ट बिकॉज इन द क्वेश्चन ये दोनों के बारे में ही पूछ रहे हैं, बाकी इसको मत देखना, इसको मत देखना, इसको भी मत देखना, उसके बारे में तुमको कुछ भी नहीं पूछ रहे हैं तो मत देखना, इसको और इसको देखना। इसका रिलेशन क्या है देखो, इसका रिलेशन क्या है देखो, solution, okay now this is what, this is reactant, so this will be how much, minus 1 by 5, how much, minus 1 by 5 dBr minus how much, dr minus by dt, okay for this reaction. This is product, this is what, this is 1 by 3 means what, 3 br2 by how much, by dt, clear? Now again I repeat, okay for this part. Now this is the rate of dissipation. Let's say I have also the rate of dissipation minus 1 by 5 dBr minus by dt. Here bromine has been appeared, so this will be how much, 1 by 3 dBr2 by dt. Now let's say this equal to this, तो इसको पहले लिखना। now देखो 1 by 3 dBr2 by how much, by dt equal to how much, equal to minus 1 by 5 dBr minus by dt। ना देखो दिस इक्वल टू दिस, तो इसको पहले लिखना उसके बाद इसको लिखना। ना देखो दिस इज g, हाँ स्टूडेंट्स, लेट्स सी द, हाँ दिस इज g, दिस इज dt, ओके ना फ्रॉम दिस, ओके दिस इज द रेट ऑफ अपीयरेंस ऑफ ब्रोमीन। नाउ लेट्स सी दिस br2, ना दिस विल बी व्हाट, एंड दिस 3 कहाँ जाएगा, 3 तो ऊपर ही जाएगा ना, दिस विल बी हाउ मच, minus 3 by 5, दिस इज व्हाट, दिस br minus by dt। Now देख लो, okay rate of appearance of bromine is equal to how much, minus 3 by 5 dBr minus by dt. So this is the relation between rate of appearance of bromine and what, rate of disappearance of Br minus. Now let's see the option कौन होगा और कौन सा होगा। So this part is same as this part, okay देखो, so option will be how much, option will be B। समझ में आया तुमको, okay मैं तुम लोग को बोल रहा हूँ ये जानने के लिए ना, प्लीज सी माय प्रीवियस क्लास में ना डिस्क्रिप्टिव टाइप न्यूमेरिकल्स क्या था। आप तो तुम लोग को एमसीक्यू कर रहा है, ओके उसको पहले देखना, उसके बाद ये करना तुम लोग, ओके नाउ लेट्स सी, हाँ दिस इज नॉट एमसीक्यू, ओके दिस इज द 1 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन। नाउ लेट्स सी, हाँ देख लो ये एमसीक्यू नहीं है, हाँ देखो express the rate of the following reaction, okay express the rate of the following reaction in terms of disappearance of, okay disappearance of hydrogen, okay disappearance of hydrogen, huh in the reaction, okay now let's see reaction in this one, nitrogen hydrogen, okay NH3, this is 3, this is 2। now let's see मैंने बार बार बोला जनरली यू कैन एक्सप्रेस द रेट ऑफ ए रिएक्शन इन टर्म्स ऑफ रिएक्टेंट्स और also in terms of product, but here now let's say here you have to express the rate, okay in terms of what, in terms of disappearance of what, in terms of disappearance of hydrogen, in terms of disappearance of hydrogen की तरह से लिखना पड़ेगा तुमको, हाँ now let's say here which one is hydrogen, now let's say obviously this is reactant ना, concentration will be decreased just like this, okay आंसर लिखना rate equal to how much, equal to minus what, 1 by 3 dH2 by dt। now let's see this rate expression express the rate in terms of what, in terms of disappearance of hydrogen। अगर एग्जाम में आया in terms of appearance of ammonia तो लिखना है यहाँ पर rate plus 1 by 2 dNH3 by dt। अगर नाइट्रोजन के बारे में पूछना लिखना rate equal to minus dN2 by dt, okay clear, okay now let's see, now I'm going to new topics, हाँ हम नया टॉपिक सिखाने जा रहे हैं and please all of you, हाँ please practice MCQ। मैंने last class में I have given the name of some reference book, in that book there are so many numericals and MCQ also, just practice करना घर में, okay without practice you cannot do this। practice नहीं होगा तो कैसे होगा, पूरा practice करना, तुम घर में कॉलेज बने घर में क्या करते हो तुम लोग, पूरा पढ़ना, okay now let's see This is very old topic. I have told about this topic in class 11 में मैंने सिखाया था ये टॉपिक. देखो in the chapter के equilibrium. Okay, this is what? This is law of mass action. इसके बारे में मैंने सिखाया था. Okay, this is law of mass action generally. Okay, this is the quantitative relationship between rate of reaction and what, and concentration of the reactant. Okay, now let's see. देखो now let's say it gives only quantitative relationship between rate of reaction and the concentration of products. Okay, now let's see what was the law of mass action. Law of mass action क्या था? Now let's see ये था. Okay, law of mass action ये था. It states that क्या था? देख लो पहले. लास्ट यार कॉपी में है तुम लोग का, कॉपी भी चेक करना तुम लोग. At a given temperature, okay, the rate of a reaction, is directly proportional to the product of the what, क्या था? molar concentration, directly proportional to the product of the molar concentration, what, concentrations of the reactants, okay. Consider suppose this is the reaction. Consider a reaction, okay. For this reaction, suppose let us this reaction A plus B C plus D according to law of mass action. law of mass action इसका रेट कैसे लिखा है सीखा था मैंने, ऐसे सीखा था ना. देखो according to law of mass action ना, देखो ये सीखा था. according to law of mass action the rate expression is given by rate expression is given by क्या था? rate expression is given by this is rate equal to how much, equal to k. ये सिखाया था ना last year में. k next one, this is A and this is B. Okay, ये सिखाया था. according to law mass rate will how much, k A molar concentration. this is the let's say this is the product of molar concentration of reactant. This is okay. Now this is the molar concentration of A, this is the molar concentration of B. Now where k क्या था? k बोलो तो k क्या था? k where k equal to rate constant. Okay, k equal to rate constant. मैंने ये सिखाया था last year में सिखाया था. Okay, but please remember, okay, law of mass action means what? Generally gives a quantitative relation between rate of the reaction and concentration of reactant. Okay, but actually रेट कैसे कॉन्सेंट्रेशन के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, इसके जानने के लिए ओके एक्सपेरिमेंटली तुमको जानना पड़ेगा. ओके, लॉ ऑफ मास एक्शन इज जनरली गिव्स ए क्वांटिटेटिव रिलेशन बिटवीन व्हाट, क्वांटिटेटिव रिलेशन बिटवीन रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन एंड व्हाट, रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन एंड व्हाट, कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ रिएक्टेंट. नाउ टुडे नाउ लेट्स सी द व्हाट आफ्टर कम. इसके बाद क्या आता है ना, देखो लॉ ऑफ मास एक्शन सीख लिया. नाउ तुम लोग को आज मैंने ये सिखाएंगे. ना देखो ये टॉपिक देख लो, द रेट लॉ एक्सप्रेशन. ओके, रेट लॉ एक्सप्रेशन. ओके, नाउ देख लो to express the rate of a reaction, you should know how the concentration of a particular reactant affect the rate of reaction. concentration के ऊपर रेट कैसे डिपेंड करता है ना. देखो ये लाइन याद रखना तुम लोग. To express the rate of a reaction. Okay, to express the rate of a reaction as a function of concentration of reacting species. It is essential to measure. It is essential to measure experimentally the actual dependence of concentration of the reactants. Okay, to express the rate of a reaction as a function of concentration of reactants, it is very essential to know the actual dependence of concentration of the reactants on the rate of a reaction. Okay, suppose now let's say suppose this is a reaction. Let us consider reaction. देख लो, let us consider a reaction. देख लो, suppose this is the reaction. Let us consider a reaction. A reaction देख लो, N2F gas, this is nitrogen dioxide, F2. Now let's say this is NO2F. Okay, after balancing you look at this and this. Now let's say let's see the reaction. Nitrogen dioxide reacts with F2. This is F2. Okay, you will get NO2F. The name of this component, this is, now let's say इसका नाम देखो, this is nitrile fluoride. इसको ना नाइट्रिल फ्लोराइड बोलते हैं. ओके, एक्सपेरिमेंटली एक्सपेरिमेंट जो लैब में होता है, एक्सपेरिमेंटल स्टडीज हैव शोन दैट जनरली रेट ऑफ दिस रिएक्शन इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द concentration ऑफ NO2 and F2. अगेन आई रिपीट, एक्सपेरिमेंटली ये तुमको दिखाता है कि रेट ऑफ दिस रिएक्शन इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ NO2 and F2. नाउ लेट्स सी, ये देख लो. Reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of NO2, nitrogen dioxide and F2. Now let's see, experimentally तुमको क्या दिखाता है? Experimentally दिखाता है rate of this reaction is directly proportional. Okay, rate of the reaction is directly proportional to the product of. Now let's see, here one word is missing. To the product of, directly proportional to the product of concentration, to the product of concentration of NO2 and what? NO2 and F2. So rate can be written like, okay, the rate of the reaction can be written like this. ऐसे rate लिखना, rate equal to how much? Equal to K NO2 and what? And F2. Now let's see, okay, rate equal, this will be how much? Equal to K NO2 molar concentration of nitrogen dioxide and F2. This, okay, this expression is nothing but this is rate law. Okay, this is rate law or what? Or this is rate expression. Okay, rate expression. Experimental does not show that rate of this reaction is directly proportional to concentration of this one. ये नहीं दिखाता तुमको ये. तू यहाँ पर मत लिखना. लॉ ऑफ मास सेक्शन में आ जाता है, बात ये तू यहाँ पर मत लिखना. Okay, now let's see. एक्सपेरिमेंट दिखाता है कि रेट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ ओनली दिस पार्ट एंड दिस पार्ट. ओके, ये कोएफिशिएंट को पावर मत कर देना तुम लोग. ओके, नाउ लेट्स से दिस एक्सप्रेशन इज कॉल्ड रेट लॉ और व्हाट और रेट एक्सप्रेशन. ओके, क्लियर. और एक एग्जांपल दिखाता है और फिर एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं. देखो, लेट्स सी अनदर एग्जांपल. Now let's see, for the reaction, इसको देख लो. Okay, after balancing, this will be how much? This is dinitrogen pentoxide, and this is what? This is NO2, and this is O2. This will be 4. This will be this will be how much? This will be 2, and this will be how much? This will be 4. Now let's see. After there, how many nitrogen? This is 4. This is also 4. Oxygen is how much? 10. This is 8, 10. Okay, reaction is okay. Here balancings are okay. Clear? Now let's see. Experimentally तुमको ये दिखाता है कि now देखो. देख लो, ये देख लो. Okay. Experimental studies. Rate of the reaction. Okay, rate of the reaction is directly proportional to this N2O5. Okay, but not to this part. Okay, experimental study have shown that rate is directly proportional to only dinitrogen pentoxide and not N2O5. इसके ऊपर depend नहीं करता है. Rate only depends on this part. So rate will be how much? Rate may be expressed as so much. Okay, rate of reaction. Okay, now देखो, rate of reaction may be what? May be expressed as. So reaction का rate कितना होगा? Rate will be how much? If depends only this one. So write like this. This is K N2O5. Okay, this. Okay, this is the rate law. This is the rate law rate equation. Okay, this is the rate law or rate equation for this reaction. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, now let's see. Okay, the rate law gives the actually observed dependence of rate on the concentration. Please remember this line. Now देखो, okay, now comes to rate law rate equation. इसका definition कैसे लिखेगा ना? देखो, definition देख लो पहले. Okay, rate law or what? Rate law or rate equation. Okay, it is defined as the mathematical expression which denotes the rate of a reaction. Okay, in terms of molar concentration of reactants. Okay, of the reactants in the balance, okay, in the balance chemical equation, which may or may not be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients of the reactants in the balance chemical equation. Okay, this is the definition. Okay, this is the definition of rate law or rate equation. Now let's see. It is defined. Okay, it is defined as the mathematical equation. Okay, it is defined as the mathematical. It is defined as the mathematical. You can write expression. Okay, here. Expression is this defined as the mathematical expression which denotes the rate of a reaction in terms of what? In terms of molar concentration of reactants with each term raised to some power, which may, this part is very important, which may or may not be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients, okay, of the reactants in the balanced chemical equation. Okay, now let's see definition dekh lena clearly. Okay, ना देख लो, ये याद रखना तुम लोग. हाँ, ये पार्ट याद रखना. देखो, पॉइंट टू रिमेम्बर. ओके, let us consider reaction. Let us consider a reaction. Suppose this is the reaction. Okay, small a, capital A, small b. These are the coefficients, small a and small b. हाँ, you will get after balancing the equation. Reaction balance के बाद तुम लोग को आता है ये सब. C D. हाँ, this where. हाँ ना देखो. Where A, B, C and D are, okay. These are stoichiometric coefficient. These are stoichiometric coefficient. Okay, these are a, small b, small c and small c. These are the stoichiometric coefficient. Reaction में तुम देखते हो यहाँ पर 2, 3 ऐसा कुछ होता है ना रिएक्शन में. Now देखो, I am going to apply the concept of law of mass action. Now देखो, according to law of mass action इसका रेट कैसे लिखते हैं? अभी थोड़े आगे पहले सिखाया था मैं तुमको. देखो, according to law of mass action. According to law of mass action, okay, rate expression, according to law of mass action, rate expression is expressed as follows. Law, according to law of mass action से क्या होगा? Okay, this will be how much? Rate equal to how much? Equal to k. This will be how much? A. Okay, small a go what? Power. This will be how much? B and B. This is according to what? According to law of mass action. But now let's say, but rate law, okay, rate law expression is this will be for this reaction. Rate law will be, let's say, rate law, okay, expression is rate law expression is given by, okay, rate law expression is given by this will be how much? Rate equal to k a x and b y. Now let's see all of you students. Let's see this x and y are, these are experimentally determined values. ये नहीं है, यहाँ पर मत लिखना. ये according to law of mass action में आता है, but rate law expression में ना डायरेक्ट ये मत लिखना a this b. Okay, these are experimentally determined values. Now let's see where x and y are experimentally, okay, experimentally determined values. Okay, now these are experimental determined values who is may or Okay, now let's see. For again I repeat, for this reaction according to law of mass action rate तुम लोग इस तरह से लिखेगा हाँ लास्ट टाइम में सिखाया था but for this reaction rate law is this one K A B. Okay, now let's see where X and Y are experimentally determined values. Okay, which may or may not be the same. ये होता है coefficient का same भी होता है but नहीं भी होता है but generally experimentally तुमको पता चलेगा ये हाँ इसका पावर कितना होगा. ओके इन द रेट लो एक्सप्रेशन बट लॉ ऑफ मास एक्शन में तुम तो डायरेक्ट लिख सकते हो. ओके सपोज हाँ फॉर दिस रिएक्शन नाउ देखो फॉर दिस रिएक्शन अभी जो मैंने एक रिएक्शन लिखा था नाइट्रिल फ्लोराइड का. नाउ देखो ओके फॉर द रिएक्शन इस रिएक्शन के लिए देख लो इस रिएक्शन के लिए ओके इस रिएक्शन के लिए फिनिश ओके for this reaction according to law of mass action I am going to apply the concept of law of mass action to this reaction. इसका रेट कैसे लिखा है देखो according to law of mass action according to law of mass action according to law of mass action. So rate will be how much according to law of mass action rate is this one rate equal to how much rate कितना होगा देख लो rate equal to NO2 this two will go powers and this is what this is F2. ये तो according to law of mass action के हिसाब से लिखा ना but इसका ना rate law expression how much rate law expression भी how much rate law expression हाँ rate law expression is given by इसका देखो इसका rate law expression कितना होगा rate law expression is given by rate this is what K NO2 and F2. now देखो okay all of you हाँ please see very carefully these two rates. okay don't rate को पूरा carefully देख लेना ना देखो according to law of mass action this is K NO2 okay F2 and what according to rate law expression for this reaction is given by rate K NO2 and what only F2 here this is power but here 2 is missing means what means experimentally क्या दिखाता है experimentally rate okay rate is directly proportional what directly proportional to NO2 and F2. समझ में आया मैंने पहले बोला था लॉ ऑफ मास एक्शन इट गिव्स ओनली क्वांटिटेटिव रिलेशनशिप हाँ क्वांटिटेटिव रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन व्हाट बिटवीन रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन एंड व्हाट एंड कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ रिएक्टेंट बट ओके बट टू मेजर द rate of reaction as a function of concentration it should be known experimentally how the concentration of reactants generally affect the rate of reaction. तुमको experimentally जानना पड़ेगा. okay clear next class okay next class I will begin with new topics okay related to rate law expression. okay